And we're on. So this is Herb,
And this is Mark.
and we are the Tech Wranglers.
Want to welcome you to our second video in our hope to be a hopefully long-running series of videos on using your iPad here at the ACC.
Today we're going to talk about mail because our previous one we showed you how to access the ACC domain for the staff AnyConnect to get on the staff wireless, so you have access to all your ACC stuff inside. We talked about it afterwards and thought about Gmail is the other big app that probably you want to use your iPad for. And there's a couple different ways that you can do that. So we're going to talk about the internal, the mail app that comes with your iPad and the Google Gmail app.
So we'll start first with the internal mail app, and you'll notice that's down on the bottom there, right between Safari and Music.
You might want to show
them. I will as soon as I click on it. And this is the one that comes built in with iOS. So we're going to launch that. Whoop, made him wiggle. We're going to launch that. You see nothing is set up at the moment. So we're a Google shop here at ACC, so you're going to choose Google. And at this point, you're going to enter your ACC credentials. And after that, you'll enter your password. So after you enter your password, this is the screen that's going to come up. It tells you things that iOS would like to access. That's all perfectly fine. You can hit accept. Now you get the option of what things you want to sync. You want to sync your contacts, your calendar, your notes, and your mail. For the purposes of this demonstration, the only thing I want to sync is my mail. If you were to sync your notes, calendars, and contacts, it would keep it in sync with the other stuff you have in the Google Cloud.
And that's one of the things I think in a future one we'll talk about calendars, because calendars are a very important part of your time here at ACC and be able to work with people and to have your calendars sync. It is just marvelous to me.
So the most important part here is you save it. And then once you save it, it's actually going to populate your messages. Now, I actually have a special mailbox that I've already set up for this. And you can see my clicks where I'm going here. But these are a couple of test messages that Dr. Coleman and I sent earlier. So you just click on that. There's the message. Now, there's a couple different things that you can do from here. You can, if you need to delete this message, you just simply go back and you swipe to delete. But you notice whoops.
It's gone.
Let's undo that. Oh, well. I'll show you on this one. If you just swipe this way, you notice you get more, flag, and archive. Now, archive doesn't actually delete the message itself. It only archives it. So one of the things that you can do here is if you pop back out, if you go into the settings and you go to iCloud, I'm sorry, if you go to Mail, Contacts, and Calendars, take a look at here where it says Gmail. Click on Account. Click on Advanced, and you'll notice here the options I have are deleted mail or archive mailbox. That's what will change the option that I have here. So in this case, I prefer to delete my messages when I want to delete them, so I leave mine set to delete it. So you go back here. A couple of important things to point out here. Number one, make sure you have a name in here. It doesn't set a name by default, so if you don't put your name in there, it'll just come from your email address. So in my case, we'll just go ahead and pop my name in there. And then I'll click Done. So now when I come back out of here, if I go back into this mail app and I just do this little swipe, you'll notice now I have the option for trash. So that kind of gives you a very brief overview of how to at least get it set up. You'll notice here, these are all the folders that I have set up, and I have a lot just from over the years. These sync with your Gmail in the cloud and stuff like that. If I go into like this one here, it will actually pull down the messages that I have from that particular event. So that is a quick overview of the built-in Mail app. Now we're going to take a quick look at the built-in Gmail app. The difference here, the built-in Mail app, this little guy down here, versus this right here. This one here is the one built into iOS, and this is Gmail's native app. So if we launch this, we're going to go through the same procedure here. This is the typical Google sign-in that you're used to seeing. So you'll go ahead and sign in. And then you'll enter your password. and then click sign in. So it will go through a quick little tour here with you if you've never used this app before. We're going to skip over that. The notifications. Now, this is what will, when you get an email, if you want it to pop up on your phone and make a sound, or you want it to show the number, this is where you would tell it okay. In my case, don't allow, because this is not my primary means of checking mail. And I'm going to go to inbox. If you see, it basically looks the same. I come up here. I still have all my folders here. This is my little video folder that we've been playing with. Click back in here to do that. So I can actually go into this message. Now, one interesting thing here is if you notice right up here, just above that red circle, there's actually a little trash can icon there. So if I was to click that, I could actually just delete the email from here. Whereas with the other app, we did we were doing the swipe thing. If you swipe here, it just takes you out of there. Your options here, you can delete it. You can delete it, or you can move it to a folder, report spam, all the same basic things that you can do in your regular email app. Sorry about that. That's our phones going off. Again, you still have all your folders, things like that. As to a preference, that's honestly, it's user choice. What I do is encourage people to use both of them, or try them both, and then use whichever one you're comfortable with. Once I really decide the one that I want to use, what I'll do is I'll put that down here at the very bottom. So let's say I decide I want to use my Gmail. Well, I'll take this guy out of here, and I'll just slide this one back down here. Interestingly enough, on the iPad, you can actually put 5 things down in the down in the little bar there, so you can put both of them down there if you want to. So that's a quick overview of configuring your email on an iPad, which is obviously a very simple process.
And the thing I like about it is once again, because we're a Gmail shop and you want to be able to access your mail from various ways, it certainly is helpful to be able to do that. And you can, once again, just depending on which one of those you think is preference there. I like both of them. The other Gmail looks more like your regular Gmail, and just kind of people like that common look and feel of what they're used to dealing with on there. So then maybe next time we'll look at calendars and see how you can use your Gmail calendar to help you set appointments and send out meetings and schedule meetings and all that fun stuff.
As always, we always like to hear your suggestions of videos you'd like to see about your iPad. So if you have any suggestions for us, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. It's Mark Petrick, and it's MPETRICK at austincc.edu.
Or Herb Coleman, that's H. Coleman at HCOLEMAN at austincc.edu.
Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the series.
This is the Tech Wranglers.